So with that said, this gets it going. But Masha Slamovich is having an absolute career year, as I think is Steve Peña. So great contest here, and Masha's not going to back down. It doesn't matter that Peña is 6'4". It doesn't matter that he's chiseled. It doesn't matter that he's stopping contests left, right, and center. Masha is a pure beast and an animal in this ring. No one moving on these shoulder blocks. Peña jumps over, tries to trip her up that time, and that time with the momentum is able to take Slamovich down. Of course, Peña has just returned from another tour of Germany where he wrestles frequently for WXW, and of course was trained not only by WWE Hall of Famer Johnny Rodz, but look, oh, hold on a second, because Slamovich has just kicked the face of Peña. Now she hits the ropes.
Masha so explosive with that lariat into a cover.
As I was saying, Peña, of course, has some very immaculate training, not just from Johnny Rodz, but also from Timothy Thatcher and WWE star Gunther, formerly known as Volta. And you can see that influence in everything that Peña does, and I think Masha is feeling that influence right here.
Matchup.
Yeah, Peña sometimes doesn't get the credit he deserves for his ability in the ring.
Oh.
But most recently, I'll tell you, look at this double underhook suplex. Beautifully done right there. But if he comes into this match, Vader, taking Masha Slamovich lightly, he's gonna really come up against, make a mistake by doing that.
Well, even if you disregard everything else that Masha has accomplished in professional wrestling, if you just look at her track record here in Fight Life, remember that battle with JT Dunn?
Oh, yeah. Doors, tables, chairs, everything.
Pile drivers onto trash cans, that should prove to you the toughness of Masha Slamovich, and Steve Peña knows that.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this is a great hold he's got right here, but Masha then able to stand up, using her left elbow to drive and create some space, and the headbutt. I don't think Peña would have put that down as coming, but the pump kick sends Masha back down to the mat. Well, guys, journalism in wrestling is always subjective, but sometimes the numbers don't lie. And when I say this has been a career year for Masha Slamovich, most recently Pro Wrestling Illustrated put out their top 150 female wrestlers, and Masha Slamovich came in at number 14. And that is including every full-time promotion the world over. And we have right here one of the number 14th best wrestler in the world, and that's why I don't think Steve Peña is going to underestimate her in the ring.
Oh, Masha breaks out, manages to land some strikes, but Peña fires right back, big scoop slam.
Yeah, this is where his size and, dare I say, his strength might be a little too much at times for Masha during this bout.
Yeah, it was less than a month ago that Masha came within moments of becoming the Knockouts champion. Her undefeated streak in Impact finally ended, and it just shows that she is absolutely everywhere. She just hasn't been able to have that same amount of winning success here in Fight Life, but if we're right, if Davian and Gall aren't here tonight, maybe that's the key. Maybe that's what Masha's going to need if she can escape the TKO.
Yeah, I mean, that's it. And it hasn't always been a choke or a submission. The referees have gone in to stop the fight.
It's
because
truly the most definitive way to end a match.
I mean, you're basically saying that you can no longer defend yourself. The safety of our wrestlers is always first, front and center of everything Fight Life does. But now Masha fighting back, and that's a big kick right there. Oh, but Peña then grabbing the tights, and now that's where Masha is gonna unfortunately see her demise. And here goes the cover. Oh, but Masha driving that right arm up and keeping that shoulder up and not giving the victory to Peña just yet. And now Peña fixing his knee pads in there, perhaps just to, again, continually use these as weapons. Big Irish whip to the corner. Peña followed in, but Masha gets the boot up. Nice maneuver there from Masha, and a big step-up knee caught right the shoulder there. And that one caught him square in the kisser.
This is the explosiveness of Masha Slamovich. Once she gets that momentum going, there's the cover.
Just a 2 right there. Masha was hoping that could have been it, but it was just a 2. But this has been Masha's best period in this bout. She is on top right here, and looks like perhaps going for that power bomb, but Peña skips out of it, ducks under the clothesline, quick roll through. Oh, and now that quick front face lock, the Chancery lock brought in there, almost a Grovit, but not quite, as Slamovich's left arm is free. But this is a big, big Chancery lock then, choking out Masha Slamovich, and again, looking at those TKOs.
Yeah, you know, the official has eyes on the situation. Masha, though, made it to the ropes. Peña gonna have to break that hold. He's gonna have to watch out here and not get disqualified.
Yeah, you can't put your hands on an official, and he didn't, but he was close. And that big knife edge chop into the ropes, up.
Oh, Masha with the takedown, Hurricane Rana into a cover. Still not enough somehow.
And Masha was so desperate on that cover that her hands were trying to hold down the shoulders of Steve Peña, but it wasn't to be, and now Peña once again, this time locking in a sleeper hold. And Masha then is fading relatively quickly right here. She's already taken so much punishment. Now a reversal into a pin, but no. Peña almost got caught out right there. And there's a quick roll up. Masha with the cover. Again, just a 2 count right there. Yet again, another roll through. Masha trying to get a quick victory. Perhaps the research that she's done. Oh, big, big scoop Michinoku driver with the cover.
Oh, so close. Masha somehow able to kick out. And Peña, with that burst of adrenaline spent, needs to collect himself and figure out what it's going to take to keep down Masha Slamovich.
I think it's a good tactic of hers to try and get those quick pinfall covers, because if you can get Steve Peña off of his game, especially when he thinks he's in control, that is a great way to try and snatch a victory. And now Peña lifting Masha up onto his shoulders. Oh, but wait, Masha goes through, and this is what I was talking about. There's a big cover, but just a 2 count. Oh, the follow-up into the disarmer right there. That beautiful seated armbar. And Vader, Steve Peña just tapped out to that fantastic seated rear armbar right there. What a victory for Masha Slamovich.
A definitive victory, and by tapping out Steve Peña, I guess it's turnabout's fair play. Masha Slamovich back on the winning side of things with a submission victory over a submission specialist. Masha showing why she is so tough.